I've been thinking a lot lately how different things will be if I just had started. It's been a thought that it's been in my brain lately, and like pretty much every single night. Uh, cause like I had so much, or like I have high hopes. I had high hopes for 2025, and I imagine myself way different from where I am right now. Like I had these businesses ideas, and like I had these like how to make me famous ideas, and I wanted these routines, and I wrote those routines in like my notebook, and everything just to feel better, like healthy related stuff, and yeah, like the basics, right? I did have these, but I realize like where I am right now, it's like been a long time since I had these. I just realized how much time has passed since that, and convincing like myself that I was not ready for it. Um and not because I didn't care. It was just more because like I was putting these conditions in my life for it to happen. For example, like I was like, when I move, I will do this, or like when I get this will happen, or like when I am more confident, then I will do it, right? And none of those moments ever came to me. And like I don't think we people talk of about how subtle self-sabotage can be. Um because it doesn't always look like giving up or whatever, right? Sometimes it looks like just like planning and thinking and waiting. Uh, you're just telling yourself that you're being responsible, right? Like, I'm gonna wait until I have money enough to buy this. I'm gonna wait enough until I lose weight so I won't be judged. Uh, so instead of like failing and trying and get up and learn from those, I stayed. I stayed in like my self area, my safe area. And like one day, which was like probably 4 days ago, I realized that I'm in the exact same place that I promised myself on 2025 that I wouldn't be, or like that I don't want to be. And I think the hard part of that is realizing how further I will be, or I could have been if I just did it. Like even if I just quit it halfway there, or like even if I just did it a few days and then skipped it, or even if like sucked it, even if I sucked at doing the stuff that I was planning to do, I will be already way, way advanced where I want it to be. And then again, I am not. um, I think I was just thinking that time will give it to me, like everything, or like I just needed more time, or wada. And I mean, not time. I just needed to be like more mentally prepared, or like more financially able to. So I keep waiting on this to happen. So I never did anything. And time just passes, like time does not give you any clarity, or it does not give you any motivation or confidence. It just passes. That realization kind of hurts, but it also like woke me up. Um, and like, I realized that I had a lot of like valid reasons not to do stuff or whatever. Um, like for example, um, I didn't want to start this podcast because I was scared because I'm overweight and like I was scared that people was gonna judge me or people that know me were gonna judge me. Um, and like social media haters, people can be cruel. So I was scared of that, which is valid, and I also were like thinking some logical like I don't have money, so I shouldn't be investing on this. But if I'm being really, really honest with myself, most of them were just fear, but dressed up nicely. Like I was scared of being seen. Like I said, I am scared of not being good enough. And like, I'm also scared of like proving myself that my fears were right. Like I don't know. So I keep telling myself this, like, when I'm ready, I'm gonna start, like when I feel ready, when I have this, when I have that, I'm gonna start. But uh I don't think anymore that it's something that is just gonna happen, I think it's something that you are gonna build with time. Like if you succeed or not, it's all gonna depend on you, and if you do it uh the correctly way, but also like just do it. Like if you don't do it, you're not never gonna know. Um so this year I'm not gonna ask myself anymore, like, or like say to myself anymore, like that I want to become a completely new person, because we all know that it's never gonna happen, or at least not in a year. But be like I'm just gonna tell myself, or I'm gonna ask myself to not abandon me anymore, like because I had all these and I just let myself be and stay in this safe box. But that doesn't mean that I'm better, or that doesn't mean that I'm still in the same spot. Probably, for example, my weight, I'm probably way worse than I was back in the day when I wanted to lose weight. So I abandoned myself. I let myself go, and is I think that's a pretty much important stuff for me to not do anymore. I will like start not. I will not to make any more promises that I know that I won't have, and I will stop waiting for this motivation to happen. I will just start little by little. Um and I think that will be more than enough. Like maybe a 10-minute podcast instead of a 1 hour podcast will do, like maybe for exercising instead of 10K every day, I will start just 5 steps, like at least trying and change these ideals that I have in my brain. And I know it's not going to be glamorous like I want it to be. And like, I know it's going to feel really awkward and really uncomfortable. And it's probably going to itch in my brain every single day. Like, no, my first podcast is not perfect. But it's a start, like probably one day, right now it's going to itch, but probably one day I will be like, I finally did it. It is real. I finally did it. And thanks to that, and because I did that, I'm finally being able to do what I'm doing right now. So if you are listening this and you are also thinking I should be so much further by now, I know that feeling, and I know how it feels to feel behind and to feel stuck. Um, it doesn't mean that you failed. It doesn't. mean that you did wrong. It just means that you are still here. And as long as you're here with me, you also get to choose differently. Not perfect, not dramatically, just different, I don't know where I want to be exactly in this 2026. But I do know that I don't want to be like these, and realizing what I could have been doing and I didn't, and where I could have been. Where could I have been and I wasn't. And like, I don't want to realize this version of myself that could have exist only if I just started, So that's what I'm doing right now. Starting, even if I'm scared, even if I'm unsure of posting this, or even if it's a slow start, I'm starting it. And if you are too, you're not alone.